Diksha Mulya, second professional undergraduate studying at SDM Ayurveda College and Hospital, Hassan. Today we have a truly extraordinary individual whose journey is a testament to the power of resilience and purpose. Sravani Ramachandran, an MBA in Human Resource at Christ College, Bangalore, and currently working as lead BPHR at Infosys. She also a amateur artist. Sravani is a passionate advocate in DI initiatives, and she also hires and engages the people in PWD community. Welcome to this program, ma'am. It's an honor to have you with us today. So I came to know that you were multi-talented, that you were there in sports, in culture. Can you take us back to your school days, your childhood memories, which stands vividly?
Well, I was what you call, a jack of all, master of none. Right? I used to be interested in almost everything, be it sports or arts or extracurricular activities. I was an enthusiast, I can say. Good things was maybe being selected for state level volleyball back in my school days, and maybe during my graduation days participating in one of the crisis management events and winning an award for that. And of course, during my MBA days was winning the best manager award at the management fest in Mysore.
I know that you are a very good artist. So how the interest towards the art has been started?
Well, honestly, my interest in art started way back in school. I used to sketch a little, I used to take part in the school competitions, not always winning, but after my accident, I had a lot of time on hand and I didn't want to just sit and watch TV, so I started with my art again, and I started with the basics of sketching, and then I moved on to pastels and charcoal, and then I took some lessons. I learned oil painting, and after that I've just been exploring many media. And art in many ways has been my true savior, especially post-max. In 2011, I was getting back from office on my two-wheeler, and that's when I met with the accident. So almost 6 months I have no memory of it, but I was in the hospital for a good 50 days and with multiple fractures, but spinal cord injury, I had no idea what it was. As to what losing sensation or mobility meant, so it was more or less starting from scratch. It was almost gone, meaning the doctors also didn't have too much of confidence, and some of the astrologers also had written me off. They thought I will not really make it, but someone up there has some other plans for me. And I've just been trying to kind of make the most of the second opportunity. Right? And my family and my friends, they've spent a lot of time and effort. Right? Gone into not to prove anyone wrong, right, but maybe just to kind of capitalize on this second opportunity that I've been blessed with. I'm a cricket fan, so and a bigger fan of the test format. So I say, in my first innings I got out for 25. In my second innings I got to make a century, and that was in style.
Who's your role model?
Home front, my mother and my sister, two incredible women to be strong and resilient. So all this perseverance and resilience that I've come to show now is very much because of them. But after my accident, I got to know about a couple of ladies. One of them is the popular Muniba Mazari, the Pakistani UN ambassador. She too met with an accident, and she's an artist, and she speaks at at many forums. I find her articulation, extremely amazing. I can relate to it, and because she too is someone who's had a spinal cord injury. It's like in many ways, it's like she's speaking on my behalf, right? And personal front, there is one friend who I actually got to meet after my accident. She's someone with visual impairment. She's someone who was born blind. She has no idea what color is, but she has climbed the Kanchenjunga and she has painted. Now, for me to paint is something, for you to paint is something, but for someone who doesn't know what the color of the sky is to paint, I think is something really incredible. And she has this true zest for life, and the way she speaks, she can give anyone a run for their money.
Your journey, it's been inspiration for youngsters like us. So what advice do you tell to the youngsters of today's generation and the million people?
Don't go in for instant gratification. I think the current day generation, they are in a hurry to kind of go about things, and more often than not, jumping. I of course seen a few of them in close quarters, so they seem to be in a hurry to kind of jump from one lane to another. So just take it a little easy, right? And when I say take it easy, I wouldn't say be stuck there, but I would just say just get that clarity. Many a time after my interaction with some of my youngster employees is that maybe they don't really have that clarity about what they want to be doing, be it the short term goal or the long term goal. They seem to be lacking that clarity. So I would say having that clarity of what you really want to is extremely important. And also maybe this might seem a little shallow, but just see if you can have a purpose, right? There are of course many of you youngsters who are doing incredible work in many fronts, but I think it's important you have that clarity, and when you have a purpose, like you can really go behind that, and that will really kind of take you a long way. Today all of you are bombarded with the problem of choice, so just see how we can prioritize things and go behind what actually makes sense and gives you that satisfaction.
Can you go back into your interest of the art, and can you tell us more about the Art from the Heart, your wonderful initiatives, and also the calendar that you have been started?
Sure. So, like I said earlier, I used to have this interest in art during my school days, but I never really got to pursue it. But after my accident, I had all the world's time, so I kind of took to art and started sketching, and then tried out different media, right? And now, of course, I've been working on something called stippling. And so what I've been doing in the last few years is, every year I work on a different theme, and I've been getting calendars done for the last 12 years now. Black and white Ganesha, color Ganesha, doors and windows, having a different theme every year. Sometimes as I got better at my art, I got the opportunity of displaying my artwork at a few of the exhibitions, and there I met some of the artists who are from the PWD community. When I say that, they are people with various disabilities, but they have chosen art as their medium of expression and have not really let their disability come in their way of their artistic pursuits. And I realized that quite a lot of them, up until then I had not really met such people, but when I got to know that there are so many people, I thought that their mouth paint with their feet, disability, cerebral palsy and Down syndrome, and visual impairment, speech and hearing impairment, and polio. For them to paint, I think, is something incredible, and I thought, really ought to kind of give them a platform. And with that intent, I started Art from the Heart. Initially, we started with just 20 artists, but in the last exhibition, 2024 exhibition, we had 45 artists from across the country displaying their artwork, and we had, easily 250 plus people coming and 50 plus paintings being sold. And the idea is to showcase the talent of these amazing artists a lot better. So that is what Team Pragati and Art from the Heart is all about. And art in many ways was my savior, and in many ways it helped me bring back some color to life.
Your being on SDM.
SDM in many ways has given me the strength and confidence. You see what I am today, it's in many ways because of SDM, and I'm not saying it because I'm doing this, because I stayed here the first time around for about a month's time. I got the strength to kind of go back and resume work. Right now of course I easily have experience of more than a decade, but SDM was very instrumental in me getting the strength, the physical, which led to the mental strength, and in many ways the confidence to go about life the way I am as of now. So, because it gives me the strength to kind of go about my daily living activities, and I don't suppose I can ask for anything more. So it's played a huge role, and I'm eternally grateful to this place, to the institution, and I'm of course really thankful that I got an opportunity to doing this in the SDM campus. It's a true testament to the values of the institution, I suppose. So thanks for this.
Okay, ma'am. So we have come to the last part of this interview interaction. So it's a rapid fire question, like humor. So the first question is, what is the best advice that you have ever received?
Let go and rejoice.
So one book that you can suggest to the youngster, so which has changed your life?
It's an ongoing process. I see that the book is still having a lot of influence on me. So this book is called Ikigai. It's the Japanese secret to a happy life.
What motivates you at the tough time?
Well, for me, honestly, the very fact that I'm still alive, as cliche as it may sound, is what keeps me going because I don't suppose many thought that I would still be here. So that in itself kind of drives me, and that kind of that purpose that I have, that my ikigai is about the art exhibition, making it a bigger and a better platform. It's just been a driving force for me, and it really motivates me.
What advice that you want to give to your younger self, and what the younger self want to give advice to you now?
Okay. My advice to my younger self, maybe say 15 to 20 years, get that clarity. Right? At that time, maybe I was lacking that clarity, right? Maybe that purpose, maybe I was lacking in that. So I would maybe just tell myself that get that clarity for you to work on, right? And vice versa. Okay. See, I've always been an optimist, so I would perhaps tell me, regardless of what life throws at you, don't let that dim the light in you. So I think that is something I would tell myself.
What is the proudest achievement till now?
Okay, one of them goes back to school. I was the first girl from my school to be selected for state level volleyball. Like that, I think was a very proud moment. Always something. Later on during my MBA days, I was chosen to represent my college at Mysore and Hyderabad in a couple of management tests. And Mysore, I managed to do a great job. I was able to hold my ground, and in fact, I went to win on the best manager about that. There's something, I won a few awards after that, but that is maybe one of the earlier awards that was a lot of value. And in the recent past, of course, like I said, I've been very passionate about diversity, equity, and inclusion. I've been driving a few programs. But the work front, to be recognized for what you do in that space, I thought was something really incredible. And last year, at Emphasis, I was given the HR Brand Ambassador Gold Award for my DEI initiatives and my interest. So that again, I think is something that I'm really happy about.
Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us.
Thank you for
And I also thank Dr. Prasanna Narasimha Rao sir, who is the director of SDM, for giving me this opportunity to interact with you, such a great personality. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, and I will, I think, forever be grateful to Mr. Prasanna Rao. He's been my go-to man anyway. So thank you, sir. Thank you for this.